Yo guys, welcome back to yet another video on the channel on Call of Duty Vanguard, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to destroy aerial score streaks with the launchers in Call of Duty Vanguard. It's difficult, but I'm going to show you guys the easiest way of doing it. Quickly before we do jump into it, if you are new around here, be sure to subscribe to the channel, notifications turn on so there's any more videos on the channel. All the best camo guides, tips and tricks, class out videos, fastest ways to level up, fastest way to level guns and stuff like that is going to be on the channel. So make sure you are subscribed and notifications turn on so there's any of that. If you do enjoy it, smash the thumbs up and let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below, but I'm going to jump straight into it. Firstly, I do want to say I apologise if I seem tired or anything. I've literally been up for like over nearly 24 hours now, and I've been grinding this game for like the last 15 hours. And I'm going to be honest, I've spent about 4 hours with the launchers in my hand, and it's so hard to get the aerial score streaks. It's an actual joke how difficult they are to take them down. If we take a look, within the last 4 hours of using these and trying to take down aerial score streaks, I've managed 3. I've managed 3 aerial score streaks in 4 hours of gameplay. It's ridiculously hard. You rely a lot on luck. And the way I'm going to show you is definitely the easiest way of doing it. You're just relying on 1, people to run these certain score streaks. 2, you've got to hit the score streaks with the 2 rockets that you do have. And 3, you're just praying and hoping that it's gonna all happen in a game. That they're gonna appear. Someone's gonna call them in. It's gonna be in the air, and you're gonna hit them within the rockets that you've got. It's crazy. I'm gonna show you the best tips and tricks and the easiest ways to get this done. But just know this isn't going to be easy. This is going to be frustrating. And unless they end up changing the camos for this, or adding at least some easier to hit score streaks in the air, then I don't know how hard this is going to be. But it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a grind. But I've definitely worked out the easiest way of doing it, even though I've only got 3. I've got 3 on this one, and I've got 2 on the whatever the second launcher is. I've got 2 on that as well. So basically, what you want to be doing is, let me just pull up a quick clip. Right, so this is a clip that I want to talk about here. As you can see, it's me taking me one of the UAV. I think it's either a UAV or a counter UAV out of the air, and I think it's a UAV. So basically, you've got, I think it's Intel and UAVs. This is either Intel or UAV. I'm not too sure which one it is, but one's either really high up in the sky, and there's not a chance in hell you hit it, or it depends on the map. I can't work out which one it is. I don't know if it's a UAV and it has to be on certain maps and it's low enough, or if it's a UAV is really high in the air and the intel is like slightly lower. I'm not too sure what score streak it is, but this is like the only one I've managed to hit anything on. It's like the plane that flies around the map. Because it's a plane flying around the map and I don't have a counter UAV in the top left, I'm going to assume it's the UAV. I'm going to take a wild guess and say it is the UAV. But as you can see, what I do is I line it up slightly ahead. I just sort of try and judge the path of it. You can see, like, if we pause it just before I do fire. So as you can see, it's almost like a little bit just before the edge of this for the first launch. I can't remember what one the first one is, but as you can see, it's like a little bit of a gap, like a finger space gap almost, from where the edge of the launcher is, like the edge of the iron sight of the launcher, and the front of the plane. So basically, when I've lined it up with that, I found that was the best time to shoot, and as you can see, that is when I do fire it. We're going to let it go for a minute. I don't end up watching it because I put that down, but as you can see, I get the blackout pop up on screen, and you can see my face. That's how different. This is the face of a man that can tell you he's been using a launcher for 4 hours, and he's trying to take aerial score streaks out of the game. If they don't make this any easier, this camera grind is going to be an absolute joke. But I've hit another one. I did also clip another one that I did hit as well. Let me quickly find that, and I'll show you as well. Okay, so it turns out the other clip didn't actually end up clipping, but it was on the same one, and the only other score streak, again, I don't actually know what score streak this is. I believe it's the UAV, and it is obviously a bit lower. Where I've seen on some maps, whether it's Intel or UAVs, I'm not too sure, but they're so high up in the sky, you don't have a chance, you don't have a single chance unless you hit the luckiest shot of your life in hitting it. So the only score streaks I have found that this even works on in the slightest, you even have a chance of hitting, are this one here, whether it's the UAV or the Intel, but you can see it's a plane flying around the map and it's lower. The counter UAV, because it flies at the same sort of height as this, and also the care packages. And the reason the care packages work is because the plane that comes in and drops the care packages stops for a couple of, or like a second or two when it drops the care pack. That's your best chance to hit it, is when it's just about to drop it. You can get the rocket off, hit it, it's going to take it out, it's going to give you the blackout medal, and it's going to give you the count towards the streaks. And they're like the only 3 that work. If we go back into the game right now, I just want to quickly show you one of the main things that I was running. And one of the biggest things and the biggest pieces of advice that I can tell you to run is run the supply box. The reason I say this is if you get a UAV or a counter UAV or something that's in the air that's sort of floating around and you think, you know what, that's a decent height, I can probably hit that if I judge the shot right. And if you miss 2 of your shots, you want to have a supply box there so you've got two more rockets. Otherwise, you've got to try run off, die, or kill yourself with a grenade, respawn, get into a position to shoot it again. And by the time you've done that, the chance that's probably despawned, it's probably flown off. So you want to give yourself the best chance possible. And by doing this, and to do this, basically, you need the supply box on. There's nothing else I can offer you that's gonna be anything more useful. I mean, the only other thing that you might want to do is run engineer, where you can see the kill streaks through walls and stuff, only because if it flies behind a wall, like a tall building in the background, or if it flies behind some trees, you can track it through the trees or something like that. Just gives you a slightly better chance. And the other thing I would definitely say is have your game sound on. Make sure you can hear game sound, because the amount of times I've heard enemy care package coming in, or enemy UAV in the air, enemy counter UAV, and that's when I've clocked, and that's when I've looked in the sky. Okay, I missed some of the shots because it's quite difficult. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. The easiest, so basically the biggest tips that I've got for you are to run engineer perk, run supply crates, because it gives you an extra 2 rockets with the rockets. You saw how I lined the score streak up for the one that I did take out, and I did manage to clip. You saw how I lined that up. That's how I've lined them up for all the other ones. I mean, yes, if you see one of the score streaks that's stupidly high in the air, it's worth taking a shot. You might hit it. And when some of the bombing roll things come in, some of the other score streaks, what other kill streaks are there within the game that do go in the air? So you've got the counter spy plane, you've got the spy plane. I don't believe the intel it goes into the air. So I think you've got the spy plane, the counter UAV, or the counter spy plane. You can't take the glide bomb or the mortar barrage out. You've got the strafing run, you've got the bombing run, and you've got the emergency airdrop, you've got the care package, and you've also got the firebomb. So you've got 6 different streaks that you can potentially take out. Like I said, the care package will fly in and it will drop it, and it will sit in that location for a second or two, giving you the prime time to shoot it, because it stops for a second or two, which is obviously the best chance to hit it. You've got the spy plane, the counter spy plane, which is sort of like you've got to judge it, try and get it right. You saw how I judged it, how I lined it up, and I judged it the same for all the other ones that I did hit. You've then got the strafing run, the bombing run, the emergency airdrop, and the fire bombing run. You can try and hit these. It's going to be difficult because they come flying across the map. They go flying over the head. They drop the bombs and they don't stop. They just carry on going. You probably can hit them if you judge it perfectly and you do manage to just judge the trajectory right before it goes over the top. If you shoot up and it goes flying into it, you might be able to hit it. I haven't hit one yet, and I've been trying every single time they do get called in, but I assume you can probably hit them. You've just got to get it perfect. You've got to get absolutely spot on. Other than that, like I say, the easiest thing is going to be the care package or the spy planes or the counter spy planes. They're the only 3 that you're going to have a good chance of hitting. It's difficult. I'm going to wish you the best of luck, because this is ridiculous. The fact that you have to do this on every single launcher that is in the game. As you can see, you even have to do it on this one here if you haven't unlocked this one. Where is it? Enemy airstreaks. Again, 50 of them. And also the last one, I don't know if you have to do, I don't know if you'd have to do it on this one, because it doesn't even look like it shoots a rocket. It looks like it shoots grenades more than a rocket, but I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. It's going to be a grind. It's going to be a struggle, and there's no easy way of doing this. There's no fast way of doing this, even though the title might say it. There realistically isn't. This is the best tips and tricks that I've got for you guys, and the way that I found it easiest to hit the ones that I have hit. I mean, I've hit 5 in total in 4 hours worth of gameplay with launchers. It just tells you how hard it is. If I find a better method and I can find something that's a little bit easier, I'll obviously inform you guys. I'll bring it out. I'll show you guys the best way of doing it again and give you an even faster way. But hopefully this video has helped some of you out, and it is going to help you hit some of the launchers. Like I said, there's no crazy easy way of doing it, but this should help you. It should at least help you hit them. It should give you a better chance of hitting them, even though you might not hit them every single time. It's going to increase your chance of being able to take them out. So hopefully this has helped you out. If it has, smash big thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. And if you do have any more tips and tricks, also leave them in the comments below, because it might help some people out as well. If you're not subscribed to the channel, notifications turn on, please make sure you're going to do that. If you want to go check me out on Twitch, we stream every single day, and I'm streaming for like 8, 9, 12 hours at a time at the minute. If you want to go check that out, links in the description as well. I appreciate you guys watching. Catch you in the next one in a bit. Peace.